Hi everyone, I am posting a short video to just orient you a little bit to the Contemporary Family Therapy Theories course. Unfortunately, the start of the course coincided with the conference this year, which has made things a little delayed and means that we won't meet in person as a class for the first 2 weeks. So what I'm going to do is give a brief overview of the syllabus today. I actually have a few readings I'm still adding to the syllabus. Part of the focus of this course is contemporary family therapy issues, and what I do, it's the second time I'm teaching this course, what I do is go through all the journals relevant to our field, and so I still have a few more to go through in order to get the readings together that are the most current in the field. So I will post those probably in the next day or two, and we'll send an email about that. I think this is an interesting course. We're focusing on cutting-edge issues, looking at what are the most pressing issues for our field today, what are the threats to our field, what are the next steps for our field, kind of looking into the crystal ball and what does the future look like. And so and then also looking at individual psychotherapy and seeing what issues are going on in the individual psychotherapy world that really translate well to those of us who practice and are dedicated to the field of couple, marital, and family therapy. So when I post the syllabus, you can read it, and I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and again, I will go over some of those things as well in class. There's only one book. I thought we need to have at least one book. It's a fun book around brain by around the brain by Dan Siegel, and I think it's a good book to read, and I think it's a good book that summarizes some of the issues in contemporary psychotherapy that are very cutting-edge issues. But there's going to be a whole lot of journal articles. I will post all of these journal articles online so that you can read them and download them pretty easily. I'm going to try to balance the readings each week. So some weeks there are going to be 6 or 7 articles to read. So there will be some weeks that will have a higher reading load than others, but I do expect you to read all the readings. There's 20 points of the class associated to reading and 15 points associated to your ability to discuss those readings. So this is not a class where I'm going to put up the readings on a PowerPoint each week and give a long, boring lecture, although there may be some weeks that I'll do that. But this class is going to be the best when each one of you has read the work for the week and comes ready to discuss and argue and debate about that work. So this is really a class that is looking at the issues, what are they, and then really considering as a field what we need to do to kind of move forward to address these issues and concerns. All right, so 35% of your grade is really based on doing the readings and then coming ready to discuss the readings. And then there's 3 assignments associated with the class. The first assignment is where you will come in and present 2 papers in the class. These will be issues that you've identified, issues that I haven't identified, but issues that you've identified in the field that you think are innovative, that represent new directions for the field. And so you'll sign up for that, and for 30 minutes at the beginning of class each week, one of you will present your 2 papers. You should bring a copy of the paper for those in the class, either a paper copy or an electronic copy, and provide a summary and discussion around that paper. There's also there's 2 main assignments. The first one is for you to identify an intervention or prevention approach in individual psychotherapy and then translate that or tailor that to couple and family therapy. So there's lots of interventions that are going on in the individual world that have not yet been translated to family therapy. So your job will be to write an assignment that translates that approach to working with couples and families. And then the second paper is a publishable paper. This is a good chance to get published. I'll say more about this in class, but this will focus on an article related to contemporary family therapy issues that you will need to get. The topic will need to be approved by me, and you will write this paper for the class. There are, let's see, there are 3 components to this. The first will be to turn in a 2-page draft of your topic. The second will be to provide a first draft of the paper that I'll provide feedback on, and then the third submission will be the final draft. So I'm going to give you feedback on 2 occasions on your paper before you submit it. Let's see. So that's about it in terms of the course overview, but just remember that this course is meant to focus on contemporary family therapy issues, so issues that really are going on, that are cutting edge in our field, that affect what we do now, but also that will affect what we do in the future as well. So again, some topics are, technology. How does technology influence the future of our field? What does it mean for our field? What does it mean for therapy? What are important issues in the media? So in the media, there's been just tons of discussions around issues like gun violence, family violence, social justice and violence, police brutality, globalization, same-sex families. So we'll also discuss some of those contemporary issues, but again, that's not the totality of the issues we'll discuss. In fact, we're going to discuss other issues such as threats to the field. What is the future of mental health? How do things like genetics, neurobiology fit into our field? So these are all topics that we're going to discuss through the semester, and hopefully that'll be fun, and that we will all get something out of it. All right, I'm going to sign off now, and I'll see most of you at the conference.